Before the video starts, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some amazing patrons for supporting my channel. Thank you to Adam, Sean, Julian, Roy, Rex, Brian, and Alfredo. There will be a link in the description to my Patreon page for those of you who are interested in supporting my channel as well. Thank you for your time and enjoy the video. Hello everyone. Tonight we are going to be opening and looking at this book, the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. This is the third book that the company Dark Horse has released in this series. I've had this book for a while, but I haven't taken it out of its packaging yet because I really wanted to experience it with you for the first time. So let's open it up and see what information is inside this book. Here it is without the packaging. Oh, I'm in love with this blue color. I think it looks so nice with the gold. You can see that we have the Triforce here with Ganondorf, Zelda, and Link. Now I've heard that the timeline of the games has slightly changed in this book compared to Hyrule Historia. So I actually have Hyrule Historia next to me, and maybe if we happen upon that page we can see what the changes are. But let me open this up now. Oh wow. Let's see. It's a beautiful map. Hyrule. Oh, look at the dragon. Oh, look at all of that. Got the Triforce right here too. It's a beautiful artwork. Encyclopedia. Historical records. Okay. So we have traditions and history, other lands and realms, the different races, geography and nature, life and culture. Up there we have weapons and equipment, monsters and demons, and then we have the database of towns, villages, items, dungeons, enemies, and monsters. And then information and notes on each game. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so cool. You can see a slight print there too. That's nice. Okay, let's look at this preface here. For well over a generation, stories of Link, hero of Hyrule, have been passed down in sacred text, cartridge, and disc. They began with The Legend of Zelda, released on a golden cart in the summer of 1987. the revolutionary top-down dungeon crawl defined the action-adventure genre and spurred a series of beloved games appearing on nearly every Nintendo console to date. To celebrate 30 years of the series many just call Zelda, Nintendo teamed with Ambit to create the book you now hold in your hands. First published in the year leading up to Breath of the Wild, and now translated into English for the first time, this encyclopedia collects the myriad of characters, creatures, locals, and key moments that make Zelda truly a legend. Looks like here we have all the games. Of when they were released. I see. So it's before Breath of the Wild. Okay. Let's see, historical records. Okay, so it looks like right in the beginning we have the timeline right here. Let's see. Of course, it makes sense to have Skyward Sword. Then we have the Minish Cap before Swords, and then Ocarina of Time is when it splits up. Let me actually pull out my Hyrule Historia right here and look at the timeline. Let's see. So I think it's on page 69. Okay, let's compare. Okay, so it looks like what's changed is mostly this particular timeline here where the hero is defeated with Link's Awakening, the Oracle of Seasons and Ages, and also Link Between Worlds has now been added into this particular timeline as well. I'm very curious about where Breath of the Wild would actually be included in this timeline. I'm not really sure. I feel like it would maybe be more of where the hero is triumphant. Somewhere here. With Twilight Princess and such, but I really don't know because Breath of the Wild has references from really every Zelda game, so it's hard to say. But they flipped these two around with Link's Awakening and the Oracle games. Interesting. Then looks like we have a history of Hyrule. Oh, how cool. So it looks like here we have the goddess, the creations, the different goddesses. We have Hylia. We've got a lot of information here about the Triforce. Oh, look at that map. I love that. The origin of Hyrule and the Hylians. The Kingdom of Hyrule here. Let's see what else. Oh, and then we have actual Princess Zelda. Look at that. All of her different versions of her throughout the different games here and there. And then of course we have Link. Let's see. In the Legend of Zelda, what defines a hero? Is it the name Link? The green cap he wears? The master sword he wields often with his left hand? Perhaps the Triforce of Courage on the back of that hand. These signs may help define what it means to be the hero of Hyrule, but Link is not just one individual. He is the hero reborn to many homes over the course of many lifetimes, chosen by the goddess with a singular purpose, to stand up and fight when evil descends upon Hyrule. Most incarnations of Link are little more than ordinary Hylians who, through fate and a moment of courage, reawaken as the chosen hero. Very cool. And again, showing the timeline here a little bit. Ooh, and now this one's all about Ganondorf. Look at his different Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. Oh, so cool. There's so much information over here. It would take a very long time to actually go through every page. But if it's okay with you guys, I would love to make multiple videos of this book. Let's see, we have the spirits, the dragons, the spirits of light. Oh. Wow, look at all the different berries. Ooh, the sacred realm. The different versions of the sacred realm. Interesting. Sage light who became an owl. The 7 sages and their symbols. Temple of Time. Many different versions of the Temple of Time. Pedestal of Time. Other lands and realms. Oh wow. The Dark World. Really showing all the places. The Twilight Realm. So cool. Lorule. I really like Hilda. Got the Windfish, the Ocean King. The new Hyrule. When it came to like Wind Waker and those games. Oh, so cool. Oh, now it looks like we're going into the races. Got the Gorons, the Zoras. It's so interesting to see how different they are with each game. The Kokiri, the Koroks, the Minish. I really like Minish Cap. The Wind Tribe. Just, there's so many. The ancient other races. Geography and nature. How beautiful. Love the look of all of that. I'd wish kind of more Breath of the Wild stuff had been added to this, but it's understandable why that wasn't. Corners of Hyrule over time. See Hyrule underwater. Hyrule in an era of decline. Oh, look at all these different little animals. How cute. Gugos, of course. Little kitties. My cat is actually hanging out right over there. You can't see him, but he's sleeping right now in a chair. Just out of view. He's actually hanging out with us, with We have the different plants, fish, insects. Life and culture. Oh, interesting. Oh, so much lore. All the different people throughout the games. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I love that. Beautiful pictures in here. The Hyrule Castle, different variations of it. Castle Town and the different ranches. Food. Eggs and dairy products. Right here, there's nothing like a bottle of soup. Oh, look at the language. Wow, look. Oh. I'm getting overwhelmed here. Look. So this one is from Skyward Sword here. It actually gives like a translation of it. Ocarina of Times. Translation, Link Between Worlds, Twilight Princess, and The Wind Waker. Wow. Oh, I love that. It's very helpful too, if you're wanting to try to read like the different signs and stuff. Okay, we got different village. Fishing here. I love fishing in Ocarina of Time. I did that a lot growing up. Oh, and then we have different weapons and equipment. Oh, what is this? Important swords over the eras. Wow. So here it lists, at the very top up there, it lists the different games. And then the actual item itself, of course, with pictures. That's so cool. Below is a chart that details swords that the hero, known as Link, wields over many adventures and periods of history. That's cool. Oh, and the very different variants of the Master Sword. Then the actual history of the Master Sword. And then about the Four Sword, the split of 4 ways. Oh, look at these shields. Oh my goodness. Of course, the Hylian shield, the different wooden mirror. Sacred shield. Oh. So many. There's so much information to look at. It's almost overwhelming. Let's see, armor and accessories. Different outfits. And where they're at, the wrists, hands, feet. Bows and arrows. The different games, their levels. Bombs. Bombs of all shapes and sizes. Hook shots. Similar tools to the hook shot. Other equipment. Rupees. Look at that. Look how detailed that picture is. There's like little scratches and stuff inside of it. Wow. Love that. Different bags and wallets. Different musical instruments. Harps. The Wind Waker. Baton. Different ocarinas and flutes. Oh, now we go on to the monsters and the demons. The origin of evil. History of the blends. and monsters. The octos, choo-choos. And now here we are to the database. Look at all these places. This is such a cool book so far. Different equipment and tools. This is literally all the items in all the games. Look at that. Sell them all in orders. Looks like alphabetical order, maybe. Yeah, it seems like it. Wow. Just every single item you ever wanted to know about would be in the game. And now the dungeons. Oh my goodness. Wow. These hideouts. Goes through each game at a time. Now the enemies and monsters. So many. My goodness. If you ever wanted to know anything about a specific item or enemy, wow, now you can know all about it. More enemies and monsters. There's a lot about them. Now the archives. Information and notes on each game. Oh my goodness, look, and you can see there's the original Legend of Zelda, and it has the plot right here and everything. That's amazing. I love this. The world. Just different levels. The map layouts. And then Adventure of Link. Oh, how cool. It's like the world. That one. I think it's Link's Awakening. Oh, Ocarina of Time. My favorite. Oh, look at that. How all the characters know each other. Just the relationships of all of them. Wow. I love that. The maps. Oh, now Majora's Mask. Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. Again, now all the characters know each other more. Development documents, developer notes, how different characters look, those kinds of things. Oh, there's Twilight Princess. All the characters know each other. And the main characters, anyway. Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks. Skyward Sword. Think Between Worlds. relationships, main characters. Let's Triforce Heroes. Still more legends. Oh, cool. Appearances in other games. Doing Smash. Sonic. Mario Kart. The Tinkle series got his own. Some of his own games. And even more games here. The different Legend of Zelda elements in these games. In the green. Oh, wow. Promotional material for each game, it looks like. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Look at all the Japanese here. Wish I could read that. It's beautiful. Revising Expectations. The Legend of Zelda. With an interview with him. Looks like they're talking about Breath of the Wild. Oh, look at little Triforce here. How cute. So cool. And this is pretty much the same image as in the beginning part of the book. And that was pretty much just a quick flip through of this book. Definitely, if you guys would like, I would love to make more videos of it, reading a lot more about it in general. But to finish this off, I'm going to read the back of this. And it says, The Legend of Zelda has captivated players with its epic lore for over 30 years. Dark Horse Books and Nintendo proudly present an encyclopedia that includes information from the original 8-bit adventure all the way up to Twilight Princess HD. The Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia is filled to the brim with knowledge waiting to be explored. Delve into the eras of Hyrule and the historical records. Explore a comprehensive collection of enemies, items, dungeons, and towns in the database. Read the story and developer notes of each game in the archives. If that weren't enough, the book concludes with an interview with the series producer. I don't know. Oh, that's so cool. I really love this. But I think for now I'm going to end this video here. I hope you found it relaxing and enjoyed flipping through some of the pages and looking at a little bit of information in this book with me. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.